Welcome back to Slop Live. So, I was making another video, but then I got interrupted by my friends because they kept sending me these articles of Breaking Bad's best 10 out of 10 episode ratings falling down to like a 9.9, then a 9.8, and then a 9.7, and now it's at a 9.6. Now, of course, I kind of got curious and I was like, what the whole thing is about. Like, did Ozymandias have like some cringy moments? Did Vince Gilligan change the episode or something? So I looked into the drama, and turns out it's some of the most cringiest and stupidest dramas that the internet has ever taken part of. It's basically just the breaking, it's review bombing is what it is, like just to kind of sum it all up, it's just Breaking Bad fans review bombing a new Game of Thrones show called The Night of the Seven Kingdoms that had an episode that was basically like almost a 10 out of 10, but then Breaking Bad fans review bombed it because nothing can be as good as Breaking Bad, which is again really toxic and childish way to look at these things. Again, it's like if multiple shows get a 10 out of 10, that doesn't deappreciate the value of the second show or the first show. You know, if a Night of the Seven Kingdoms gets like 10 out of 10 ratings, that doesn't deappreciate the value of Breaking Bad. You know, like it's like a Breaking Bad's episode will still be good. You know, it still will be a good episode in its own context. I just don't understand what the. I mean, I do understand the mentality. It's like people kind of take these achievements of these shows because they're like really hardcore fans, and what ends up happening is that they associate these things of these show as like their own personal achievements. So like if you attack on their interests, it's like attacking on them, and they don't really like that. So obviously Breaking Bad fans just went to the Night of the Seven Kingdoms episode and review bombed it. And again, both of these user reviews are, well, they're rough. They're really terrible. It's like a very cringe fest. If you really wanted to see something cringy, you come here. Like, let's look at this like review on under like Breaking Bad's Ozymandias episode. It says, "Winter came from Breaking Bad. The North remembers. Dracarius, snake emoji, fire emoji." Breaking Bad fans got what they deserved. Leave one wolf alive, and the sheeps are never safe. When you play the Game of Thrones, you either win or die. There's no middle ground. Like, it's like, what are you doing? It's like, how do you write this and not feel cringy and be like, what am I doing with my life? And it's the same case in The Night of the Seven Kingdoms. You got, the Breaking Bad people. It's like, Gustavo Fring, Chicken Man is sending their eternal regards. Gustavo Fring is better than Game of Thrones characters on many values: intelligence, control, realism, and long term strategy. It's like, dude, what is that? This guy's a fucking Redditor. Oh, look, another review. Let's read. This one says Breaking Bad is the best TV show in history. And what? Did you forget to, like, maybe you were supposed to, I know you were supposed to add words, but maybe you were just jerking off your micro penis and thinking about Breaking Bad at the same time while writing this review. So I think maybe you just couldn't come up with English words. And second, you spelled in incorrectly. Like, you spelled it as I am. Like, again, go back to primary school. How do you fuck that up? Like, you're posting a review on IMDb. Like, again, this was not like a WhatsApp, Instagram chat where somebody makes like an accidental typo. You wrote this review, you had time to look at this review, and you could have edited this. But of course, you didn't bother to do any of those things because you had a Breaking Bad boner and you decided to jerk off and write this review with your left hand. But, anyways, then he goes on to say, we lost the 13 years of our history, talking about it as if he lost the Library of Alexandria. Like, it's not that deep. We do not tend to end this unless y'all stop and accept Ozymandias is the greatest and only 10 out of 10 episode in television history. So you all better accept the fact of reality. Stop crying like a fantasy show is better than the greatest show of all time, Breaking Bad. Plus, your season 8 ruined its reputation. I had a fucking stroke reading this. What is this English? There's no commas, there's no ands. He just forgot ands exist. Like sometimes he'll say and, but then there's no words after it. And now that there is words after it, He just forgot and entirely. First, go to primary school. Second, why are you comparing this with season 8 Game of Thrones? This isn't Game of Thrones, this is A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. It's two different stories and they take place like 90 years apart. Yeah, it's in the same universe, but it's a different fucking story. Nobody's talking about Game of Thrones. Everybody universally agrees that the finale of Game of Thrones was bad. If shit, the second half of Game of Thrones is like where things start to go downhill. But of course, this guy wouldn't know that because he doesn't possess media literacy. In fact, I would be surprised if he possesses any kind of literacy based on this exquisite English review on IMDb. But anyways, Heisenberg strikes again. The desert is quiet, too quiet. I sit down to watch A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. I expect strategy, consequences, power. Oh my god, Breaking Bad is better. It's like only BB the best TV show, and this is kind of the toxicity I'm talking about from like both sides. It's like anybody who's like taking part in this is like an actual baby-brained child. It's like you can enjoy both things. In a perfect world, both of these episodes would be like a 10 out of 10 shows, but I guess it's not gonna be the case. But it just sucks, you know. So, but you can just kind of scroll through these user reviews because they're really. Brother, they are quite a read. I mean, if you're like sleeping at night and you just want to like a cringe dose or something, you can just come to this like IMDb review page and like read all these reviews. But one thing is for certain is that I'm never going to be using like Game of Thrones quotes because of these people. They just ruined all these like really great quotes from Game of Thrones. And I'm never going to be using them because holy fuck, did they just fucking. Like, what is this? Like, they're role playing. They're fucking role playing in IMDb review page. Get a life. Like, how do you not feel embarrassed when you're writing this? There's gotta be a post nut clarity that comes out and be like, oh shit, I don't know what I fucking wrote. I gotta delete this shit quick. It's like, my god, it is so terrible. I read a lot of these, but it's like, it's terrible. But yeah, anyways, the only solution would be that IMDb just comes out and is like, hey, you know, we're just gonna delete like any review that mentions Game of Thrones or Breaking Bad in like the respective review sections, because otherwise this is gonna be terrible. But it's not gonna matter either ways. The review bombers will just keep review bombing. It sucks because both of these episodes are really 10 out of 10. It's such a stupid reason too. Like, yeah, Breaking Bad is a 10 out of 10 show, so that's why A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms is not gonna have 10 out of 10. So fuck you, you know. It's like it's such a stupid reason. It just sucks. But yeah, that's pretty much about it. I'll see you in the next one.